I want to introduce to you our doser and our professional grinder. Now in this video I'll be explaining a little bit about both and why we've done what we've done. So what we wanted to do when we set out with this is to make weighed doses, because almost every grinder that's out there grinds based on a timing basis, whereas what's really important is the weight of the dose in the portafilter. So let me get a portafilter here. What we want in this case is, in our shot here today, we're doing a 16-gram shot. And what we've built is this stand that fits on most Mazzer Super Kemano grinders, as well as our grinder as well. And what it does is you take off the portafilter stand that's built into the grinder and you replace it with our doser. Now we also sell a professional grinder that works really well with our doser, so we sell it as a package, or you can buy the doser yourself and just put this stand in front of your grinder. So the way this works is our portafilter stand has been made out of metal, and we put a lot of time into making sure that it worked really well. Spouted portafilters, no problem, because it's nice and tall, and it just settles right in there. All this is a really good scale that is 0.1 gram accurate. We put a funnel on top of the portafilter because in our case we're dosing to the very top. And I'm going to turn the grinder on and then stop it right before the dose and just pulse it once. Remember, I'm going for a 16-gram dose here. You can see on the display that the grind is going up. Okay, there I am with a 15.6 dose. A little bit more, 15.8. That's close enough to 16 grams for me. And at this point, I give it a little shake. Tap a few times. Tamp it. This is our cradle and tamper if you're interested, and now you're ready to make your coffee. Now you may be wondering why, when we made our espresso machine so small, we didn't also sell a small grinder. Well, we actually tested about a dozen different grinders, including a whole bunch of home grinders, and because of the quality of the espresso that's coming out of our espresso machine, we were just not happy with any of the home grinders that were available to us. So we just decided we're not going to sell a home grinder. We're only going to sell this professional grinder because that's what it takes in terms of grind quality to get really top level espresso. Now there are some other companies making grinders, and I encourage you, if this doesn't fit in your house, to give them a try. But if you do have the space, everyone in coffee will tell you the more you spend on a grinder, the better your coffee will be. Now this is a professional grinder. It features conical burrs. They are the same size and they are compatible with Mazzer Rober grinders. Now some things that are really interesting about it: the chute, which is right here, is completely Teflon coated. There is a little lid here that allows you to see directly into the chute, and you can also easily pull this red tab and the chute comes off. You can put a vacuum cleaner in there and clean it. The ground retention is only about 1 centimeter between where the burrs end and the chamber right there, and it's super easy to clean out. We've also gone with super simple. This is not a timed grinder, this is a manual grinder. You turn it on and you turn it off. You use the scale to decide when you're going to do that. You can get a timed grinder from another company if you want timed doses, but timed doses you will find will drift. As a grinder heats up, the burr spacing changes slightly and the amount of dose will change substantially, often by as much as 20%. So that's why in our case we think simple is better. Use a scale, you turn it off when it hits the dose. That's pretty much what there is to this grinder. I will give you the measurements because some of you are concerned about fitting this in your home. This is in fact 23 inches, 57 centimeters tall, 10 inches wide by 26 centimeters, and the depth on this is 14 inches and 34 centimeters. So if you have the space for it, I'd recommend getting a professional grinder like this. I also recommend, if you want consistent quality with your espresso machine, nothing beats weighed doses. Give it a try.